Hello.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Alexa.
And Kate.
And Kate behind the camera. She doesn't want to be featured. There she is. I'm not at my house, I'm at Kate's house. And I wanted to film a get ready with me and answer questions because I'm doing 12 days of vlogmas. This is the first one. I put a prompt to ask me questions on my story and Kate's gonna choose them while I get ready.
Oh no, do you want a hard one or an easy one first?
I think I need to start with easy.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
I think pineapple belongs on pizza. I don't understand why this is such a contested topic.
It's delicious.
I think it's the Italian agenda. I fear that for some reason the Italians are a little hateful about this one because pineapple and other savory foods is not as debated as this.
Next easy question. Do we possess free will?
No! I don't like that one.
It's easy.
You answered that if it's so easy.
No, I can't influence your answer.
Why? Because I don't have free will?
Maybe some people's wills are a little less free than others.
By the way, I just put on Glossier Futuredew. And now I'm gonna do my mascara. I do mascara and brows first, because if I'm running late, at least those two are done. And then I could just leave the door with mascara and my brows done.
What's your fast food go-to and order?
I'm a Taco Bell lover, but I can't have it every day. But if I were to get Taco Bell, I get a Crunch Wrap Supreme, a cheesy gordita taco, someone where it's like hard shell cheese, soft shell, fry supreme, Baja Blast, and if I'm still feeling crazy, their cinnamon bun desserts. By the way, I'm using Essence Get Big Lashes Volume Boost. Has to be waterproof. I have Asian lashes that don't curl or hold a curl well.
Asians. Woo! Poop story. Tell me about the nastiest, biggest poop you've taken on campus and where.
Did someone ask that, or did you just come up with that?
I maybe elaborated a little more than the question, but the prompt was still there.
Worst poop?
And where?
I don't think I've ever had.
You're never gripping onto the bathroom?
Never will I ever grip. The Victoria building washrooms are scary. It's such a horrible building.
Like most of the stalls don't lock.
They don't lock. And then the washroom
gaps.
doors are always just wide open. Yeah. I don't care about how loud I am in the washroom. I'm there to poop, so why would I be scared about people hearing me poop?
Because they're gonna judge you.
But what I don't like is that the stalls are so close to the front door and the front door is wide open. Someone could potentially hear me poop from the hallway. Yep. And that is what scares me the most. If I'm in the washroom and I'm pooping and you're judging me for pooping, like, why would you do that? That is what this location is meant for. But ideally, if I were to poop, I would still go into a single stall, like gender neutral washroom. Sure. Like Eng building or the nice ones in Kerr Hall. I go back and forth between a lot of stuff, so trust the process. And I'm gonna do my brows. NYX Professional Makeup Micro Brow Pencil.
The point in your life that you were the most down bad. Horrendously down bad. For me, right?
No. Oh. I don't know what down bad means. Like, I had a big crush. Like, because when I hear down bad, I mean like they'd do anything for the person that they like.
Yeah.
I don't think being down bad counts when you're dating, does it?
Prior.
When you're single, on the chase and down bad.
Yeah.
Horrible question for me. Because when I like someone, it's my sole job to make sure they don't know that I like them. I think the longest crush I had in university was on this one boy. Give me a name.
I can only think of real people's
Okay,
names.
give me a real person name.
The only name I'm thinking of right now is Gianluca.
I was gonna say Gianluca. So in first year, I had a crush on this guy, Andy. I told this guy that I went to class with. Give me a name for him.
Ben.
So I sat next to Ben in classes. We were super chill. We loved giggling and being confused. I told Ben, and he was like, oh, just like ask him for a Snapchat. And I was like, why the fuck would I do that? And then one time at the end of class, he saw that Andy was asking a question. So Ben went to ask the prof for a question and then became friends-ish with Andy and then got Andy's Snapchat and then was like, here's a Snapchat. And I was like, I'm not gonna add him. And he was like, what else are you gonna do? You're not gonna talk to him in class. You're not gonna ask him for social medias yourself. What else are you gonna do? I honestly don't remember. I ended up getting him on Instagram and Snapchat and we were talking like casually. He was kind of mean to me. Whenever we would text, he'd like make fun of me, which is like a very normal flirty thing. He'd be like, hey, do you want to go to IKEA together with my friends? And I'd be like, I have class. And he'd be like, you're lame.
Best way to flirt.
It is the best way to flirt.
You stink.
You're fucking dumb, girl. You go to class?
Yeah, you have to go.
Nerd alert.
You're stupid.
Fucking nerd alert. We ended up going on a date. He was still making fun of me day of, and I was like, okay, if you don't want to get ice cream, we don't have to. And he was like, no, I'm kidding. And I was like, okay. And then we meet up. Kept making fun of me the whole night. Didn't know him very well. So there's like a balance. you know, I think you can be playful with people you don't know, but I'd say something and be like, ah, it's because you're stupid, it's because you're lame, it's because you're boring, because you're annoying. I don't know if he said it that often, but it felt like that to me. And at the end of the night, he mentioned the possibility of seeing me again on a date. And I went, nope, because I don't want to see you again. And he was like, wait, really? And I was like, you just made fun of me the whole night. And I hopped on the subway and I went home. As soon as I got cell reception again, I got this large text from him being like, hey, I'm really sorry about tonight. I realized I shouldn't play around with people I don't know that well. Sorry if I hurt your feelings. And instead of saying, I accept your apology, I still was on my high horse. And I was like, well, it doesn't matter because I'm never talking to you again. And then when he like moved on, dated other girls, I was like, ah. So I mean nothing to him, as if I didn't like fully reject him and didn't give him a second chance. But I just think it's funny the minute I learned he was seeing someone else in Edge, because it was just a different girl and she mentioned it to me and I was like, oh. It started out as me being like, oh my god, I went on a date with that guy, it was so bad. And she was like, yeah, I know, he kissed me. And I was like, you got a kiss? Oh, I didn't. And now I'm blowing in with a 24-hour brow setter from Benefit.
What's one hot take that you have that you thought was a hot take, but is actually a very common take?
I think the poop one's a hot take. I think you should blast it in the washroom. It's what it's there for. Women should be mean. That's a great one. It's not mean to not be friends with someone. I don't know. If someone's not your friend, it doesn't mean they're your enemy. Fine to be neutral with people. I don't know. Are these all mean?
No.
Reading smut is so good.
Reading smut on the train in public.
Women should not be afraid of reading romance novels and smut.
Nice.
I went in with the stretch concealer, not because it does anything, but I'm just trying to use it up.
On the topic of smut, what is your favorite read of the year?
I really loved the book You Again. I love enemies to lovers. Yeah, like fight, argue. So good. I love it. It's basically When Harry Met Sally. It's about these two people that meet each other. They got off on the wrong foot and then eventually they run into each other again, but they're both heartbroken and depressed. And they're like, well, you know what? I actually enjoyed talking to them when they're heartbroken and depressed. So let's just keep being sad together. They start falling for each other. And it's just so good. Yeah, they're just two nasty characters. There's a lot of stuff that gets explored. And I think it still ends in a cute rom-com-y way. But if you want like a rom-com book throughout, I don't think it is until the ending. You know what? I'm gonna do blush first, actually. This one's Office Hours from Tower 28.
What is your favorite vacation story?
I don't think it's my favorite vacation story, but it's my family's favorite vacation story. It's not even that funny. Like, I still don't get why they keep clowning me for it. The last vacation I ever went on was summer of 2018 to Italy for 21 days or something like that. So you're like, that's a lot of blush. Yes. Don't worry about it. One of the like portions of our time there, we were at a place called Cinque Terre. A bunch of cities connected by hiking trails. I don't know if it's an immigrant parent thing, but my family does not tell me things in advance. And if I ask in advance, they'll be like, why? So you can scheme and not do the things we're planning. Like, we're leaving the house, they see me pull up in like a casual dress and some sandals. And they're like, are you sure you want to wear that today? And I was like, yeah, well, why? They're like, we're gonna be doing a lot of walking. And I go, okay. And then I switched my sandals to Converse instead. And then we left the house and I was like, that was weird. We get to Cinque Terre and then we start going on a hike. And I'm like, what? And we're just hiking. And I'm like, okay, cool. Didn't complain at all. Like the whole time. It was fun. It was pretty. I got a lot of pictures. And then we come down to the end of the trail and I'm drenched and sweaty. And then my family goes, but they use that story all the time. They're like, can you believe Alexa wore a dress on a 2-hour hike? She's such a girl. And I'm like, no. Yes, I'm a girl. But also, you gave me no details because you didn't tell me I was going on a hike. How does we're walking a lot equate to a hike? We're in Europe. Yes, we're gonna be walking a lot. We're tourists. I don't understand. But they love making fun of me for it. Thanks, guys. I overblushed and I'm gonna cover it up with concealer.
From favorite to worst. Give the worst high school experience / memory. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, I think I told you this. It was when I got the, or should I just do the boy one? So I have two actual bad stories. One silly, and I'll do the silly one because the one that actually gave me trauma, me and the girl are fine now. So I don't want to put it out into the air. I'll be like an old grandma and it'll be one of those okay grandma stories where I'm like, did I tell you? about the time this boy wronged me. And they'll be like, yes, grandma. As if I didn't just make a TikTok about this. I went to a summer school thing where in 8th grade, you can get acquainted into high school life and they give you a fake schedule, go to fake classes, which are like review of grade 8. You just chill. Give me a name.
All right, go ahead.
So I met this guy, his name's Ted. I didn't really meet him. We just followed each other on Twitter. We were like, you're funny. And we followed each other and then we would interact on Twitter all the time. We would be publicly tweeting each other. His friend saw
Mordecai.
Mordecai? You want my crush's name to be Mordecai? I'm using NARS concealer to clean up my eyebrows. Ted and I would tweet at each other and then his friend Mark joined in. And then eventually Mark and I would just privately DM. Then I got his Snapchat, then I got his number, and we were just talking consistently online. It got to a point where we knew that we liked each other. We said it to each other like online, but we would try to talk in person, but he was really shy, so nothing ever came of it. We had classes across the hall from each other. If I did see him, he wouldn't say anything to me. Like a couple times I did try to say hi and he'd just go. I liked him enough. I was like, you know what? I don't care. This is fine. He's just shy. I don't mind shy boys. We would keep texting. We ended up making each other our Twitter headers, so then everyone knew we had a crush on each other. We were basically in love. When you're 13 years old, you're basically exclusives when that happens. Valentine's Day rolls around. I'm still talking to this guy. September all the way to Valentine's Day. He asks my friends for my locker combination and he surprises me and puts a stuffed animal and chocolates in my locker. And I'm like, wow, this is the realio dealio. I've never had a Valentine before in my life. And I go up to him to thank him and he also does the same thing. He like kind of curls up into a little ball and doesn't say anything. And then after that I was like, okay, like it's fine to be shy, but at this point nothing's happening. We just slowly stopped talking to each other and it like fizzled out after that. In the fall he ends up dating my best friend and I'm like, oh, that's cool. So you can talk to her but not me. Awesome. It felt like the you got a kiss? Oh. And even when he was dating my best friend, he still didn't talk to me.
Engineering.
Engineering. It's hard. I'm in my 7th year now, womp womp, but I'm finally graduating. Woo! Woo! I have a minor in disability studies. I major in industrial engineering. I really like industrial engineering. I started in mech and then I was like, I don't like physics that much as these guys, actually. These guys like it a little too much. I'm not as happy as these guys. And then so I switched to industrial engineering, which is like business engineering, essentially. It's like project management, manufacturing, and like work processes and systems in general. It's a lot. I really like it. I would like to work in healthcare somehow. Don't know where. Maybe healthcare technology, hospital optimization, that sort of stuff, but who knows. I like design a lot. I learned that I also like manufacturing for design, which is something I literally only learned this fall semester. So engineering's fun. I did a lot of involvement. I did a bunch of student groups. I went to conferences. I went to competitions for a design team. I am a Frosh leader. I organized Frosh at one point in time. That's my engineering degree experience. It's hard, but if you like what you study, or at least you like a portion of what you study, you can make it through. Now I'm going to use pressed powder under my eyes. I'm gonna just use a sponge to press it on.
What's the most reckless move you've ever made?
I think the most reckless thing I've ever done, sorry mom, is I've once run across the quad in my underwear. It was for a scavenger hunt. The most amount of points wins. We came like 3rd, so it was worth. But yeah, we drove down into our underwear, chant like a little hymn across the quad for 3 laps. I was just like, fuck it, it's for points, it's Frosh week, and it was actually really hard. Our quad's a lot larger than you think it is. If someone were to say like run 3 laps in the quad, you'd look and be like, done, and then you start running it and you're like, wait, this is really hard. And you have to like chant really loudly. The scavenger hunt also happened to take place at like the general club fair for like the whole university. So I ran past a couple people that I knew that weren't in engineering and didn't know what was going on. They're like, oh, what is she doing? And I also ran past a couple security guards who are like, ah, Frosh week. Oh, Frosh week's so crazy. Ah, those engineers are crazy. Nah. I don't do eyeliner. I just use eyeshadow and then just darken the corners of my eyes.
Tell us about your latest final.
There were 10 true or false questions and the prof said, answer it wrong, you get negative points. And we're all like, what? Did you mean to say negative, sir? Or did you mean 0? And he was like, negative. And we're like, oh, all right. He went, don't answer if you don't know. That was fun. And then the rest was just math. If you did the homework, you just knew what to do. But they added like some little tricks. Yeah, it was fine. I passed a course, I'm assuming. Woohoo! I passed the course.
Manifesting.
I passed that course and I will be graduating. And then I lined my tight line with Maybelline Kohl eyeliner. Oh, I'm gonna put some bronzer on my face. City bronzer, I don't really like it, but I just own it, so I have to use it.
Do you believe any conspiracy theories?
I don't think so. Only like fandom conspiracy theories. When there was like Olivia Rodrigo and Joshua Bassett are dating. I was like, I was eating that shit up. I don't pay attention to internet conspiracy theories very deeply. Like, I don't have one in here that I'm like, yeah, it's real.
Like, does aliens count?
I think aliens are real.
Like, surely aliens
They must
are real.
be real. I'm not a conspiracy theory girly. I'm like a celebrity gossip girly. I'll be like, I think they're dating. I'm like one of those people, unfortunately. I would never want people to pry into my private life like that, but I be Brian. I'm sorry, I'm curious. I'm gonna use blush. I love this blush.
All right, a question from the kids.
What kids?
The kids.
Whose kids?
Since it is the holiday season, is Santa real?
Is Rudolph the reindeer real? Is Olive the reindeer real?
All of the other.
Am I supposed to share that story?
Tell us about Olive.
I'm using these two colors. One's Vesper and then the other's Ember. And they're both the Ultra Lip from Glossier. In Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, there's a song lyric that goes, all of the other reindeers used to laugh and call them names. And I interpreted that as Olive, the other reindeer. There was just one singular reindeer that was bullying Rudolph. And my parents would egg me on. They'd be like, who's the bad reindeer? And I'd be like, Olive! I was a brilliant child ahead of the game. I was innovating. Then I top it with Summer Fridays lip gloss.
I would like your opinion on this song, Paint the Town Red, but totally. Opinions?
I have none. Yeah, that's everything. Thanks for watching this video. I'll be uploading every day until Christmas, basically. So the 12th till the 24th, they'll have an upload planned. Thanks to Kate for asking the questions and choosing them. Thanks.
Mwah.
Mwah. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Krampus. I'm gonna go skating and get drunk. Bye, guys.
Oh, that kicks in my head. I don't care. I'll take some later.